to Friday Night Live. We're going to start your weekend right. We've got loads for you with Lilly, Fletcher, my special guest. We've got some fantastic games and live price drops. No Ben, unfortunately, though. Because we've got me, Becky Swan. I'm here instead of Ben. We've got lots of games for you to take in part and your chance to win some fantastic prizes. Welcome to Friday Night Live. Hello! I'm not wearing glitter, I'm just wearing sequins. Hello, everybody. I hope you've had a fantastic week. Oh, lots of people packing away. Thank you, studio audience. Shush. I do hope you're having a fantastic weekend. We've had a wonderful week. I've been up here all week. I'm a little bit tired now, ready to be going home and going away on holiday. But we've got lots and lots of deals for you. We've got lots of demonstrations. We've got the opportunity for you to win some prizes. And we've got a little bit of a game that is not, you're not going to win anything, but it's just, you're going to win my accolades, my admiration, and you're going to feel, proud that you managed to win these games. It is International Karaoke Day, so therefore I'm going to be interspersing some titles of some songs throughout the show. So whenever you notice that there's a song, if you can message in and just let us know what the song is, extra points if you can remember who the performer was as well. And I've not told anybody in the studio what the songs are, so we're all going to be playing along, apart from me, because obviously I've got a list. Obviously, Ben's not here, but Ben likes to do a little bit of a stand-up, and I can't do a little bit of a stand-up because I'm not quite Ben. But I've got a few jokes. So I'm going to invite my guest over, who is the lovely Lilly. Hello, Lilly. Come here. Hello. Come here.
Blimey me, we've got a busy Friday night. Yeah, love it.
You're like Lily the Pink today.
Yes, I am officially Lily the Pink. We've got sparkles. What more could you want on a Friday evening? We've got it all covered.
It'd be nice if it was a little bit cooler, because I don't think I'll be wearing this jacket for much longer, but I have got some jokes. They're Christmas-orientated jokes.
Okay.
What do reindeers use to decorate their antlers?
Oh, I'm not sure.
Ornaments.
Oh, yeah.
Next one is, what's a sheep's favourite song?
Oh, I'm not sure.
Feliz Navidad.
Oh, that's a good one. We like that one.
What do snowmen eat for breakfast? No?
Go on.
Frosted Flakes. Yeah, they are just hilarious. Oh, did you hear about the angry snowman?
No, I didn't. What happened?
Had a complete meltdown.
It's like on Monday we found out they're collecting now for a group of snowmen.
It's a melt. That sounds awful.
I was quite sad about, because we don't want our snowmen melting.
We
don't.
Nice
and fair and round and plump.
And we thought that I was joking when I said it might be a puddle.
Yeah, we were, yeah.
And I was very close.
I know.
What kind of music do elves listen to?
Oh, what kind of music do they listen to?
They listen to rap.
Oh.
And who's the snowman's favourite rapper?
Oh.
It's Ice Cube. Ben, we need you back. I'm struggling with these jokes.
Do you know what?
Ben makes it very easy.
They're Ben standard, I have to say. They are Ben standard. If Ben, are you watching? I do apologise, but they are Ben standard. Which is quite a low standard.
It is quite a low standard. Right, we've got loads of deals for you on this evening's show. We've also got a game. Do you know what the game is?
I don't know. Do you know?
I do.
Oh, go on, tell us.
I know what the game is.
Doesn't mean you're going to win.
No, it's like a blankety blank game. So like missing words. And I think we said we didn't want a missing words or an anagram or anything like that, did we?
I feel like this is going to be famous last words. I don't know why I'm going to say this, but I feel like it should be better than anagrams. But having said that now, I'm going to get none of them right. So it could be interesting, but we'll do our best.
And then the winner, whether it's you or me, gets to take those papers home.
The glittery cards extra motivation.
We haven't agreed that with anybody.
No, we've not.
We've just decided for ourselves, haven't we?
Yeah. And we're going to call it an executive decision.
Yeah, why not? There's no one else here to tell us that that's wrong. We're just going to
Tracy. Oh no, she's not here.
No, she's not here. She's gone on holiday.
She's gone on holiday, so there's nothing we can do about it.
Jake, I think, is going to say it's okay for us to have.
Definitely.
So that'll be fine. Yeah, sounds good. We've also got a vote for a card of the week, so you get to see the demo. So we've got those to show you. So we've got 3 different makes for you to have a look at. The first one is this one here, which is the one that Lilly made with those little festive die and stamp edibles. We've then got this one, which is made with My Special Papers, the Christmas edition. This was something that Leanne made, it's a lovely gift box. And then finally, this was the one that Craig made with, or it's like a little shaker card in there on the craft along. So get your votes in, number 1, 2, or 3. Right, I'm going to move those out the way now. Now, the first thing we're going to look at are the sentiments. Sentiments from Wednesday, which are, why can I not see them? Sentiments from Wednesday. Hold on, wait.
She's left me.
Happy holidays.
She's left me.
I've got them.
She's coming back.
And I'm really pleased because they have my special sequins in this bundle here. And so I got some sequins when I went to the warehouse today. So I had a little trip to the warehouse. So all of us have been going to the warehouse to have a look at the products that are there. Nicola and I had a great idea. We can't tell you the details of the idea, but we had a great idea, and I was very excited. We did a little video, we sent it off to everyone, and everyone was like, that sounds like a great idea. So I went to the warehouse, and I went and chose a loads of bits and pieces, and it was really quite exciting. And I even got some things to take home, including something which is just over here.
I'm not being funny, but when I went to the warehouse earlier this week, I did not get a little gift bag of goodies. Yeah, I'm clearly not talking to the right people.
I don't know what to tell you, Lily. You should have flashed your eyelashes and gone down on bended knee and said, please, 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 I desperately need these sequins.
Shower me with sequins, please.
Oh, can you
That's exactly what Becky said, and if you do that, you get exactly what you want. That's a little life lesson for you there.
That's what you need to do. So I've got, these are the Christmas Sentiment Showstopper collection. So you've got all of these dies. So each of these has a different sentiments on them. You've got 2 dies in each pack. So you've got that one to make the matte and layer and the one to cut out all the individual lettering. This is your Happy Holidays. We've also got your Joyeux Noël. I'm sure I'm not saying that right.
Joyeux.
Joyeux Noël.
Joyeux. I'm sure I might be wrong, but I think it's Joyeux. There you go.
Joyeux. You can say it from each time I bring it up.
Joyeux Noël.
Okay, thank you. Merry Christmas is the next one. Let It Snow. Let It Snow. I know that's not right. Season's Greetings. And then finally, Peace on Earth. And as part... Oh, Lydia is correct in her pronunciation. So every time that comes up, you're going to have to say the word.
Absolutely, I'm there for that. Yeah, I'll do it.
As part of the showstopper, you're also going to be getting one of our tape pens. You're going to be getting the small foam pads kit here. It's got a mixture of different square foam pads, but it's also got those strips and some circles as well. It's got some acetate in here as well. Some craft card, or craft card as everyone else calls it. And then, I am outnumbered. I have to open these because you need to see them because they're beautiful. They are what's known as My Special Sequins. Yeah, I could have taken these and popped them onto my dress. These are going to be renamed. They're saying Cosmic Collection Sequins, but they're going to be known as Becky's Special Sequins. Because they are absolutely gorgeous. £70 or $90 for all of that, and the platinum price is £56 or $72. These are lovely, aren't they, these sentiments? I really, really like these dies.
These are absolutely fabulous, and the beauty of these is you can use them with so many other elements you may already have in your craft stash. So all those gorgeous papers, maybe you treat yourself to My Special Papers that launched earlier this week. Maybe you've got some of those paper pads that we launched the week before, or maybe you're going to delve into some of those papers that you've had for years and years gone by. You can incorporate them with these fabulous dies. So they're a great add-on to your crafty stash, but they are going to take centre stage. They're going to be that focal point on any of your cards. It could be gift bags, gift boxes, or even home decor for Christmas. They're going to work absolutely perfectly for that. But we are going to start off first away with our Let It Snow die set here. And these are fabulous because not only are you getting the one die that will create the actual word in itself, you actually get another die. When you look at it at first glance, you think, well, that looks a little bit chunky perhaps. This is going to be your backer. So if we look at the packaging here, you can see you've got your beautiful blue die cut. It's had a little bit of ink added to that one, I do believe. And that has been created using this die here. somebody's been a little bit naughty and has not poked all those pieces out. It's got to be Craig. I can tell the colours as well. It's from that card that's in the vote. So,
he's a cheeky monkey, isn't he?
He isn't he? He left me.
I'll tell him tonight when I get home.
Yeah, well, he left me a mucky glass mat the other day, and now he's left me a mucky die. It's not good. But anyway, that mucky die is what will create that blue element on the packaging there. And then this other die, the other die that looks a little bit chunky with that one. This will create your backer, which is what you can see on those silver elements on the packaging. But let's see that in action, so you can see exactly how easy it is and how effective it is to actually put these together. Now we are going to use some black cardstock. As you guys at home, I'm sure will know by now, I absolutely adore my black card for our mats and layers, for die cutting, for card bases, lots and lots of different uses for your black card, but it just makes all of those colours really pop. So let's tape down our detail to our black cardstock. And then that ice blue luxury A4 card, this is a lovely mirror card as part of that pack. We're going to use that for our backer. So those two are going to run through that die cutting machine. Of course, using our Gemini 2 die cutting machine, but you can be using these through your small machines, even down to your mini machine. These are going to be absolutely ideal. So perhaps you're crafting on an evening in front of the telly, or maybe crafting out in the garden, because it's actually quite nice weather, believe it or not, out here today.
It's got very hot in here, hasn't it?
It is warm in here, I'm not going to lie, it is warm in here.
Well, I suppose it is summertime.
This is true, yeah, absolutely. But it's British summer, which is quite unusual for us to have warm weather, but it's beautiful out there. So maybe you are crafting out in the garden, just want to do a little bit of die cutting with your manual machine. These are going to be ideal for that because they will fit through those diddy little machines. So let's have a little look at these as they come out of the die. So you can see there we've got our absolutely beautiful wording. Of course, you can use that on its own. Then you've got your more chunky sentiment there. All you need to do is just layer those two together and you've got that fabulous layered sentiment. It really does make a big difference to have that extra layer underneath. So often we have to do this sort of technique by hand. So what we'll do is we'll die cut the detail, we'll stick it to a piece of cardstock, we'll trim around the edges, which, you know, I love my fussy cutting. I'm quite happy to do that, but it can be a little bit time consuming. And I know not everybody loves the fussy cutting quite as much as I do. So this just gives you that instant fabulous effect. And it's going to be perfect every single time. Now, Craig, if he's watching, I have popped out every single piece, unlike some. And that's just going to go back in our pack just like that. So that's our sort of focal point starting to come together quite nicely. But what I've gone ahead and done already, just to save us a little bit of time, because I know we have tons to pack in our Friday Night Live games and all sorts, I've actually die cut quite a few of the Let It Snows from white cardstock. Now we're going to start off with just one of these, so let's leave the others to the side. I've got about 6 or 7 there, and we're going to layer these together. As I put the black onto that lovely blue there, it gets a little bit lost. You can't see it too well because it's quite dark. But if we bring in our white, use the black as a drop shadow, it really does make it pop an awful lot more. So let's bring in a piece of scrap cardstock. And we're going to start to layer these together using our dotty tape pen. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to hopefully not have a blimey me, what's on the end there? That's some old die cut pieces on the edge of that. Let's just get that going again.
You like to use something with a bit of shimmer in it. You know, you and I like shiny, happy people.
Oh,
when it comes
we certainly
to things
are.
like that.
We're always very happy when we're here at Crafters TV, and you're always very shiny, especially on a Friday.
Yeah,
Good grief, I'm not having much luck with
It's a good opportunity to get out, you know, my evening outfits. Although, to be honest, I have worn this to do the food shopping in Sainsbury's.
Do you know what, Becky, why on earth not? I mean, you see enough people down there in the pyjamas and slippers and whatnot.
Yeah, you do, don't you?
Oh, my goodness. I mean, I'm not being funny. I couldn't do it myself. I couldn't go out to the shops in my pyjamas, but each to their own. So if other people can dress up in their pyjamas, you can dress up in your finery. Why not, eh? So all we're going to do is pop some of our tape onto the back of here. I will be using my tacky glue at home, but just for speed, we'll go in with our dotty tape pen. We're going to have our black underneath. Just got a little straggler there, let's just pick that off. There we go. So we'll have the black ever so slightly down and towards the left, just to give us that little offset of the black. Really does make it pop when we come to layer that against our lovely blue backer. So that's just layering onto there, like so.
There's quite a lot of, you know, it takes a little bit of time doing all those die cuts, doesn't it? So I suppose you really need a little bit of patience to do that.
Do you know what? It's not too time consuming at all, especially if you have a manual die cutting machine. Perhaps you just want to do a lot of die cutting at once, just to get that sort of process out of the way. That choice is entirely yours, but just a few die cuts there with the white, and we're going to start to layer this together. So we've got our drop shadow there, and then we're just going to place this onto our backer where we've got that cut from our lovely blue metallic. I'm not having much luck with these tape pens today. I feel I may very well be jinxed.
I think we all use them, don't we? And then, you know, ones that are even, you know, run out, we just end up throwing over into that corner.
I know, it's terrible.
And no one actually puts them away.
We need to
Never mind, things can only get better.
This is true, this is true. So I would be using my tacky glue, but as I say, just for speed, we are going in with this tape pen, which I say just for speed, and this is probably taking me twice as long, but here we go, nearly there. Good to go now. Right, move that out of the way, bring back in our backer. You could use that on its own, absolutely you could, but it really does start to come to life when you layer the two together. So our lovely blue is going to go behind, and then we're going to pop our more detailed sentiment onto the top. And that's our sentiment, our focal point all laid up. But we had all these pieces here. And what I've taken is I've actually got a piece of white cardstock. So you can see from that side it's multi-purpose card, just plain regular card. And then on the other side, I've actually taken one of our double-sided adhesive sheets, and this is always a fun job. This is like the red liner tape on the last show all over again. There we go. Just need to catch the corner, and we've actually got that edge to edge with our double-sided sticky. I'm not going to put my finger on it because it is really rather quite sticky, but I promise you that is on there. Now, just don't stick your nail into it, Lily, otherwise...
No, you don't want to get stuck to it, do you?
We'll never let go. Right, okay. What we're going to do is we're going to build up our own background. So we're actually going to take our sentiment, and what you want to do with this one is you want to actually have that overlap and sort of hang over the edges. And we're going to start to build this up in a diagonal arrangement, which I think looks really quite funky. So let's have our Let It Snow. My inspiration for this was absolutely the song, which I will not sing, where we say let it snow in three times. But as I did promise, no singing from me today. Or any day for that matter, not just today. So let's start to layer these up. Of course, you could do them so it's sort of straight, but we're going to go on that diagonal. It gives it a little bit of a point of difference, which I think is really quite nice. So that one, we will just quickly cut that one down. We will trim the edges properly in just a moment, but just so we've got a few extra pieces to play with. So that's going to go onto the bottom there, just like so. And then let's take our other one. I think we'll have that down the bottom there just to fill out that space a little bit more. And then I said I wasn't going to stick my finger in it. Look what I'm doing. Fingers sticking.
Super sticky, isn't it?
It is really, really sticky. I think sometimes we think that if it's out on a sheet, it might not be quite as sticky, but honestly, this is sticky stuff for sure. So what we're going to do is we're going to lay all those down, and that's all secured into position, just like so. Then at this point, we are going to flip it over, and we're just going to trim off the edges here, just like that. So we're going to remove our overhanging edges, and that's going to give us that much neater finish. So let's just go around with our scissors and trim all around the edge. So nice and easy to do. You could of course use your trimmer or your guillotine if you find that a little bit easier, but using a pair of scissors is still nice and quick and easy to do. So always easy to do this from the reverse as well. You can sort of see exactly where you are cutting, and you're less likely to accidentally cut into the design rather than just cutting off the edges. Now we can see we've got all our pieces removed there, so we've got that continuous sheet but nothing hanging over the edges. And this is where we are going to get a little bit, I say messy, not messy in a sort of, I don't know, sort of grungy way, messy in a pretty way. So what we're going to do is going to take our scrap paper, just a piece, you could use a glitter tray or anything like that, but just scrap paper in the studio. We're going to grab our glitter. Just any old glitter, it could be different colours if you so choose, and worryingly I feel like I'm about to sneeze, so this could go everywhere, but hopefully I won't sneeze all over the glitter and it flies everywhere. But what you're going to do is you're just going to pour this over your piece. So of course we've covered up some of that double-sided adhesive by covering it with some of our lovely sentiments, but the rest where we've got all those spaces, that's going to be filled in by the glitter. So just a little bit at the top.
Oh, look at that.
Isn't that pretty? And then the rest is going to fill in all those spaces. This is the fun bit here, getting this. Oh, I can't get that back in there, it's tiny.
That's brilliant. I love
the
that.
whole lid will come off.
That's so effective.
Isn't it pretty? You could do this with any of the sentiment dies, so in the collection, of course, or you could even mix and match some of the sentiments if you like. So really start to build up that design with different wording. That choice is yours. But that's laid down there. We've managed to get a bit of a mat, but I'm going to be covered in glitter by the end of this. I'll be sparkling all the way home, be leaving a glitter trail behind me. I'm like a unicorn. Right, what you want to do now, this is where we get a little bit messy. We're just going to start to burnish that glitter in. Of course, we have it sort of sitting on the surface at this point, but this is where we're going to really start to burnish it into that design. So just take your fingers, or you could use a little sponge or something like that, just to burnish that in, so you're not going to have too much of the glitter shedding once the card is all finished. So that looks just about good to go. I'm loving that technique though. How easy was that to start to build that together?
It looks very frosty, that effect, doesn't it? It's like sort of Ice Ice Baby.
Oh yes, it does. Absolutely it does. You could use different colours of glitter though, or you could even actually bring in multiple colours of glitter onto the same piece and do like a ombre sort of effect. That would look fabulous. But before we stick that down, we have got some mats and layers to bring that card together. But if I was to pop my sentiment directly onto that, it does get a little bit lost. So what we're going to do before we start to actually mat and layer things together, I've actually got a piece of vellum, and I've torn the top and bottom of this strip of vellum. I am literally covered in glitter. Oh dear. Oh well, it's all part of the joy of crafting. It's a little bit of a occupational hazard, I would say, being covered in glitter. And I've actually ripped the top and bottom, but at the edges I've actually scored as well. So we've got a couple of tabs left and right. So this means that we don't have to worry about whether we can actually see the adhesive when we're sticking this down, because we're actually going to hide this on the tabs. It's going to be on the reverse. So let's just line that up, stick one tab down, and then line up the other side, and then we're just going to secure the other tab round the reverse of our panel there. And when we pop our sentiment on after, that's going to allow that to pop a little bit more. It's going to be a little bit more visible onto our finished card. So let's add some of our Coral All-Purpose onto the back.
Okay.
Once again, black cardstock. So this is just going to be mat and layered onto a thin border of our black. Just that little hint around the edge really does draw your eye in and make that design pop. And then we're going to go onto some of our lovely ice blue mirror cardstock. The same sorts of colours that we use to actually build up our sentiment, so everything is going to be tying together absolutely beautifully. And let's just centralise that onto this panel. This panel is also already covered in glitter. It's everywhere. And then that's going to go onto there.
So when they complain that there's glitter in the studio, people are automatically going to complain that it's me.
Of course they will.
Actually today it's going to be Lily.
Absolutely. And as well, mind you, neither of us will be here next week. So they probably will be blaming both of us as we won't be in the building.
Exactly.
I don't often use loose glitter on air because I'm not too much of a fan of getting it everywhere. But I thought, you know what, I really want to show you guys at home this technique. So I sort of had to do it today. It's a little Friday treat, or not so much of a treat as I'm so covered in it. I have to say I do love glitter, I just don't like cleaning it up. That's my only issue. Love the effect, don't love the reality. Now, shall we stick that on with foam pads? Yeah, let's get some slightly smaller.
I'm really loving
pads.
that effect. I think it's fantastic. I've never thought about doing that before.
Have you not?
No.
Oh, it's a good technique, Becky.
No.
It's a really, really fun and easy technique to do. If you just want to turn what might be considered more sort of a focal
I just don't
point.
think I've got the patience to cut all of those pieces out.
Doesn't take long, I promise you, it doesn't take long. It only takes a minute. Well, not literally a minute. But,
I suppose we should just sort of take that as one of the things that you have to do.
Absolutely.
Patience.
And the thing is, die cutting speeds up so many different processes in our crafting. I'll be honest, there's no way I could cut that out with a craft knife. So even though die cutting, it will take a few minutes to die cut. I think I did about 6 or 7 of those. It's definitely worth it. And it just makes those really intricate details achievable within our crafting. I know some people are an absolute whiz with a craft knife. And you know I do love a bit of fussy cutting, but there's no chance that I would be cutting anything out like this by hand, that is for certain. So foam pads onto the back of there will allow us to have that raised up a little bit, which does make a little bit more of a focal point. And then just to finish off, this is actually my, by far and away, my favourite snowflake die set, this one. It was from the Frosty and Bright, and it's called Sparkling Snowflakes. This is what I go to time and time again. I thought, let's bring a few of these in just to finish it off, just to bring that black and the blue out into the background that we've got in our focal elements. So just layering a couple of these together, it's going to really start to give us more of a full effect to our snowflakes. Of course, you can shape the edges a little bit like we'd shape our flowers or the wings of our butterflies, just to give that extra little bit of dimension. That starts to bring that to life a little bit more, which I think looks super pretty.
Gorgeous.
Just for balance, another one onto the other side. You know how I'm always talking about balance, and it just makes your designs flow that little bit better by having that lovely sort of coordination. So let's have that onto that left-hand side at the bottom, just with some tape pen into the centre, lining that up until we're happy with where we've placed it, and then we'll just burnish it. Am I happy with that? No, I'm not happy with that. Let's move it up a little bit. That's the beauty of using your tape pen. Until you've sort of burnished it into position, you've still got a little bit of time to manoeuvre it around if you need to. Let's just pop our, I was going to say pop our wings up. What do you call the points on a snowflake? I'm sure there's a fancy name for
What do you call the what?
The sort of the points on a snowflake. Prongs? No.
Not sure. I reckon it's got a Latin name.
Probably, yeah. Sure there is a fancy name for it. Bet somebody at home knows. Let us know in the comments. What do you call the different sort of points or arms? I'm not quite sure on that.
Sparkle points.
Sparkle points, there we go.
We're going to make that up, but it sounds like it's a good idea. Apparently Google doesn't know either.
Oh, I thought it knew everything.
Yeah,
well, clearly not.
Clearly not.
Very disappointing. And just a few of these small little snowflakes into the centre of both of those to finish it off. A very simple carding design, but just showing you a different technique by creating your own backgrounds, by using your sentiments, but then once again using them as a focal point for your cards. Quick and easy, but really fun to create.
Beautiful. Really, really like that. Loads of people have been waiting for tonight. Because they wanted to see what we're going to have today, and we do have the A-team on the show today. We've got Jamie, and we've got Jake, and we've got Nicola, and there's obviously us as well. No, they're playing along in the gallery. I hope you're keeping up. I've done 8, I think, so far. 8 titles of songs.
I managed to squeeze one in. Did you notice I managed to squeeze one in?
No.
It only takes a minute.
Ah.
Yeah. Oh,
So
you need to pay more attention.
Well, do you know, this is actually stopping me from hearing what's going on.
This is true.
It's very, very loud.
This is true, yeah.
I might take my jacket off because it's a bit hot. Lots and lots of people are messaging in to say what you just made is absolutely fantastic. It looks awesome. Lily comes from Hadassah. Wanda says, I've just checked out the basket full of classic markers. Got 6 for $35.
Good grief.
Got 72 markers for $70.
That's absolutely outrageous. Wow, clever shopping there. Love
Yeah,
it.
absolutely. Beth says, I think this would probably work using glitter card. I'm a messy crafter without attempting the glitter.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Keep your messages coming in. As I said, I am interspersing the show with some song titles. There's going to be about 20 altogether. We've had about a half. Some of them I think you missed, so I might revisit them. I might have to do them again. We are going to, so I'll just recap on this. This is the showstopper. So we've got the all the various sentiments here. So we've got the Happy Holidays. The next one is your
Joyeux Noël.
Merry Christmas. I did sound different, didn't I? Let It Snow. Season's Greetings. And Peace on Earth. And as the showstopper, we're giving you one of our tape pens. We're also adding in some foam pads. These are the small foam pads, but you've got all sorts of different shapes in here. You've got some strips as well as some circles and the normal squares. We've got some acetate. We've also got some craft card, or craft card, as everyone else calls it.
I
And
didn't realise we were a bunch of scousers.
craft card.
Craft card.
Craft card, I don't know. Like I called it a craft mat yesterday, and I got into
craft
trouble
mat.
for that. And they were like, "No, it's a craft mat."
Craft mat.
It is a craft mat. Oh, it's a craft mat. And look, look.
Sequins.
These are getting more airtime than anything else because they're just Becky's My Special Sequins. All of that in that big bundle. The platinum price is £56 or $72. We'll be back giving you the opportunity to check out your baskets and refresh your memory of songs of yesterday. See if you can hear any of the other songs we're going to be singing. No, we're going to be singing. We're not going to be singing, don't worry. We're just going to be talking about them during the show. See you in a couple of minutes.
Come in, check my emails, then lay the shows out in the studio, set pack shots up. Then I will get new polls, pick shows. solve any problems that need solving. We deal with other teams where we receive market and sweets, we receive boards. We pick samples to send to Hobby Maker. We pick samples to send to QVC. We will take the previous shows out of the studios, set the new shows up. We do floor manage occasionally, not all the time, making sure that the craft expert presenters have everything at hand that they need. Anything that they haven't got during shows, we will run about and get the products for them. I think on a morning when it's really quiet, I can get more done when there's nobody else in the building. Night owl. Morning. Coffee on a morning, tea the rest of the day. Savoury. Normally lunchtime. Craft along. Mobile phone. Christina's chicken wrap. Barry White. You're my first, my last, my everything. Go home and make the tea.
It differs slightly depending how lively I'm feeling first thing in the morning. Sometimes I head to the gym. More often than not, I don't head to the gym and I go on the school run. After the school run, I'm normally in here, getting by about 10 o'clock, chatting with the producer, whoever that might be on the day. So I've started going home a little bit more now, actually, in between shows. I only live about 5 minutes up the road, so it's nice to take a bit of a break. Go and make a nice cheese sarnie. Yeah. Cheese sarnie, I love a cheese sandwich. Going home. I can't say the end of the day. You might want to keep this in. I can't say the end of the day, can I? The best part of the day is starting off and finding out what kind of a day it's going to be. Oh, probably night owl now. Never shower. He's so dirty. Oh, that's a really good question again. I'm a bath man. I love a bath. Coffee in the morning, tea in the evening. No breakfast. I don't really have breakfast. I tend to sort of eat my first meal around lunchtime. Craft along. My waistcoats, my range of waistcoats, because you've always got to have plenty of waistcoats ready for the day. Is help the guys pack up. I know you're looking at me saying you don't do that. I do. I'm not one of those presenters that comes in, you know, doesn't help the backstage crew. I'm always helping out. You just ask anybody else.
Hello everybody, welcome back. Patricia says, I must be roasting in my jacket unless you have air conditioning. It's the reason I've taken it off because it's hot in here.
At least it's
But it has been a beautiful day. But then it is summertime. I can't make it any easier for you. Loads of people loving what you've just made, Lily. They think it's absolutely gorgeous. They really want to try that technique. We've got lots of people that said hello, and I didn't get a chance to say hello to you all. So I'm just going to go hello. I've got our little sandbox. I've got Nanny to the girls. I've got Zoe Carver. Hadassah saying hello. Wanda. Stephanie. Hadassah says she likes my jokes. Thanks, but they weren't very good. I'm not up to Ben's standard. Jay Presley says, I can't wait for the games. Well, we're looking forward to the games in a way because I want to win, so does Lily, and we'll both be really annoyed if we don't win, won't we, Lily?
We certainly will, especially now with a pack of cards at stake.
Yeah, exactly. That's what we want to do. We're going to start the games now. The games.
Let the games begin.
This is the Supercraft game, Supercraft game, Supercraft game. So, now I've forgotten But everyone else here is much younger than me, and on Blankety Blank they used to be the super catchphrase, super catchphrase, super catchphrase, super craft game.
What was that from catchphrase?
No, I don't know.
I was going to say I am an avid catchphrase fan.
I'm
and
sure
I do
it's
not
Blankety
remember that.
Blank. It was super something. Someone will let me know in the comments, I'm sure. There are people my age that all know about that. Suzanne Dawn says, I feel I know more about the CC people than I know about myself. You probably do. And in answer to your question, I didn't pinch anything from the a warehouse. I was allowed to take some things home to try out my new plan with. That's what I'm saying. I was allowed to take some things home. We're reinventing the wheel. We've come up with something fabulous for you. Just saying that. Yeah.
I don't even know what she's talking about.
No,
so
no,
I'm just as
it's
much
a
in the dark
secret.
as you guys at home.
It's a secret. I know. Nicola knows.
Oh, I see how it is. I bet Jamie knows as well. I bet Jake knows.
No,
I bet
Nicola
everyone else knows
and I
apart from
developed
me.
it ourselves, and Leanne knows. That's it.
Oh, yeah. Bring out all the big guns.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
you know.
I bet Sarah knows as well.
No,
Oh.
no, not yet. No, it's a secret. Shh. It's a secret. Yeah. Very exciting.
I'm intrigued anyway.
So we're going to get started on the game. So this game is, and I know it's a super craft game, but what does it mean? What we're going to be doing? We're going to be given a word and we have to guess the other word.
Okay.
Okay, so they're going to be craft orientated. There are points depending on which words we get. There are 3 options.
Oh, blimey.
And if we match with one of them, that will be the point. Okay, all right. Well, okay, right. Oh, this looks complicated. Oh, okay, right, all right.
Swish,
okay.
doesn't it? Blimey, man.
So, okay, one word's going to come up and we have to write down the word that we think goes with it.
Okay.
Okay, right.
I'm not being funny, but an awful lot of words could go with that.
Is it just one word?
Can we only guess one? Can only guess one.
Okay.
The stress has caused my handwriting to go quite terrible.
Nicola
so
apparently got this
apologise.
question wrong when she was trying it out earlier on.
Oh, blimey.
Did you write the
Don't bode well,
questions and
does
the
it?
answers as well, Nicola? No, okay. Right, turn it round.
Yeah.
I've got Gemini machine.
Gemini die cutting machine. Technically die cutting and embossing machine, but you know, we won't be too pedantic.
So 1 point is the MIDI. So if you've got Gemini MIDI, you've got 1 point. If you've got Gemini Junior, you've got 2 points. And number 3 is Gemini 2. Oh, we didn't get any of those, Lily.
I already do not like this game, I'm not going to lie. But they're both technically right.
Oh no. Oh no. Hold on.
Oh, is she written on with a permanent marker? This is really strange because we were actually having this conversation.
Hold on a
in the office
moment. I'm just
yesterday.
going to have to go over there and go get. Oh no, I'm going to be in so much trouble.
Ooh, she's gone. She's literally walked out the building. She's not coming back.
No, I'm not coming back.
For the rest of the
I'm
show,
going to be
guys.
in so much
At
trouble.
least that means I will win the game. Mind you, at this rate, I'm not even going to get a single right answer.
Why
This is
didn't
gonna
I
be
check
hard.
it wasn't a permanent marker? Oh dear. Ignore that.
Uh-oh.
It won't come
Oh my
off.
goodness.
Does it come off?
Maybe
No.
not. Have you got a wet wipe?
I've got a wet wipe. It didn't work.
Oh, okay. Well, that's that then.
Well, it doesn't matter. We'll sort it out later. Oh, we didn't get that one. No points. But you may have got some points at home. The next one is something glue. Check the pen. Oh, it could be loads of things. This is quite good, actually.
Do you think so?
Yeah. What are we going to do? Turn it round. So what could it be? I've got
Collal.
glitter glue.
Gemini machine glitter.
What have you got?
Collal.
Collal glue. Okay, so let's have a look. 1 point is all-purpose. 2 points is 3D.
Oh, but that's will be tacky, won't it?
And tacky is number 3. No points.
This game is
Nil
literally a
point.
bottomless pit.
Nil point.
Okay.
God,
okay.
no, I'm dreading what they're
is
going to come
awful.
up with next. Next word is card. Oh.
It could be anything. Any sort of card in the world. Could be anything.
Is it actually
could
only
be
one
credit
word?
card. Well, credit card is technically craft related because we like to burn through ours when it comes to buying our crafty purchases. tenuous, but the way this game is going, I bet the top answer is credit card.
And are the points relative to how popular these things are? Or just pick three things at random. Okay, right. I've got craft card.
Oh, I went for that one as well.
Craft card. Oh, let's see. Did we get anything?
Could be anything. Linen.
Oh.
I'm surprised.
Multi-purpose. Yeah! Woo! 3 points.
1 point. 1 point.
Oh my goodness,
Did
this
we get
is
3
difficult.
points or 1? 3. This game is absolutely bizarre, but you know we've got 3 points, so I won't complain.
I'm still going to be spending my time trying to clean this. It does eventually come off with a wipe.
Just eventually, as it erodes away in there.
As I'm scratching the surface of this wipe board. Yeah, that is my poorly shoulder. I might stop doing that actually.
Yeah.
It's not quite ready yet. Now, number 4 is Sarah's signature blank.
It's going to be like the first Sarah signature, isn't it? It's just, I could just see it now. I can see it now. I can tell my voice in my head are quite quiet, so I can tell that Nicholas just said a clue, but then I lost it. So, okay. Let's go for a more recent collection.
Okay, well, I was going to go for the word collection, so I'm not doing that now. I can't. Okay. Oh, it's only one word, though, isn't it?
Oh, is it? Quick, change your answer.
No.
Is it?
Oh, okay.
It's more. It can be more. Oh, right. I rubbed it out. I'll write it back down again.
Okay, right. Okay. I've got mine. I think mine's wrong. But I've got floral elegance.
Enchanted Ocean.
Oh.
So it's recent, but
Age of Elegance.
Yeah,
Can I have that? Because I had elegance in the title. No, I can't have that. Wild at Heart.
That's not recent. It's nearly a year old. Enchanted Ocean.
Oh, well done, Lily. Well done.
That was pure fluke. I mean, it could have been yours. It could have been anything. It could have been Sarah Signature Just for Men. Does anyone else remember that one? Sarah Signature Just for Men?
Just for Men?
Just for
Isn't
Men,
that a
yeah.
brand of hair dye?
No, it was Just for Men many years ago. English Country Garden. Anyone else remember that one?
Country Lane? Was that one? No,
that was one. Yeah, but yeah.
There's loads of those.
It could be anything.
This is quite good because actually you've got loads. Lots of people said collection as well. So Sarah's signature collection. I think actually
it is technically right.
Yeah, I think actually, Liam, you know, you're wrong. I'm just saying it. Next,
just like
next
you
one.
were for that one. You were wrong.
You were. Right. Now, question 5.
Oh dear, what have we?
Nature's
once
Garden.
Again, could be absolutely anything.
Nature's Garden. What could it be? Help me.
Well, it could be literally any Nature's Garden collection.
I
for
can't
the past
think what any of them
19
are.
years. You can tell
Not
I'm.
helping me at all.
You can tell I'm stressed because my handwriting just looks like a 3-year-old's done it. And I usually take great pride and great care in my handwriting, but not now. Not now, desperately scrabbling around to sort of get together some answers. Not happening.
Oh, no, I've been
Becky's
writing on
panicking.
the thing with wet. Oh. No. My pen is running out.
Well,
Right,
it's
okay.
the opposite end of what we've just had. Not running out, permanent on the board. I'd rather have it running out.
Yeah,
Come on, let's have a look.
absolutely. Nature's
Holly and
Garden. I've got Holly and Ivy.
I thought that's the most recent. We'll go for that.
Yeah. And are
See
we
if it
right?
goes for
Hydrangea,
hydrangea.
number 1. Well, no, 1 point. Honeysuckle.
Honeysuckle, yeah.
And Holly and Ivy. Yay! That is cool. I like that, apart from the ones I didn't win. That annoyed me when I don't win.
That was exhausting.
What, how many points?
I'm ready for a lie down.
You've got 9 points. I've got 6. It's all to play for in the
is.
second round
Absolutely
because
is.
actually that works quite well because you know you don't know you could be on a winning streak and then the other person gets all 3. In the next round, is it craft related or is it Christmas related?
Oh,
It's
that's me out.
No?
Dumb. No.
No.
It's going to be Christmas films. I can see it now, and that's just me. 0 points. Nil
It might be
points.
Christmas things. It might be like Christmas
If it's
crackers.
Lebkuchen, if it's Leb, I'll go, oh, it's Kuchen.
It's not 2 words though, is it?
It is now.
No, it's now.
Or
Right,
if
then
it's stall. It's Stolen. I'm sorted. Ginger.
The next thing we're going to look at is...
Oh, we're going to get ready to drop those prizes.
Is this the bundle I'm looking... Ooh.
Ooh.
This is lovely. I really like these collections. So in this, these are all of our price drops that we've got on the show. And this is your advanced discovery kit. In here, you've got a mixture of classics and illustrator pens. You've also got a fine liner, but you also have ready printed images on here for you to colour. Loads and loads of information in here, loads of ways of practicing your different types of colouring. And this is really going to appeal to somebody who's really into their graphic art. This is $29.99 or $34.95. Platinum is $23.99 or $27.96. But it isn't.
Ooh.
It isn't. No. We're going to drop the price down too.
Oh
Wow! £14.99 or $17.47. Platinum, $11.98 or $13.98. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4. You've got 5 classics and 5 illustrators in there. That's a bargain, isn't it? An absolute bargain. You can see the images that you're going to be getting in there for you to practice your colouring. Fantastic deal, that one. The next one will be the tabletop tote, this one. This one? Is that a tabletop tote? Tabletop tote. It's very difficult to say that. This is fantastic. In that grey and purple colour, it folds up. You've got a little zip at the bottom. You've got places to pop all of your crafty tools in here, including a little velcroed pouch here. It goes up in angles, so you can fit plenty in here. Really, really useful for organising your tools when you're making things. £14.99 or $19.95, $11.99 or $15.96. We're not going to get any cheaper than that because it's such. Okay, we are.
Oh, we are.
So that made me look really stupid, didn't it? Oh, that matches my dress.
Oh, it does, yeah. Oh.
Ah, so it's,
what's it going to go down to?
I'm cheaper than you thought. So what's it going to drop down to? Wow, $9.99 or $13.30. Platinum is $7.99 or $10.64. That is a great price. This is your opportunity to grab things for Christmas. We're talking about Christmas, we're talking about Christmas makes, but opportunity to grab some bargains for putting in people's stockings. Next item we're going to look at is this one here. Now this is for creating your mini books and albums. So this is the spine. So there's a lot of metal in here, lots and lots of information on our website on YouTube to show you how to use this. This is normally $54.99 or $59.95. Platinum is $43.99 or $47.96. But we're going to drop it because we're like that.
And we're going to use like it's hot.
This is Becky's dress dropping information. And we are, well, that sounds a bit rude actually, doesn't it?
Becky's dress dropping deals.
Didn't mean for that. But what are we going to drop it down to?
What?
You are kidding me.
£12.80.
Basically £40 cheaper. That's incredible value. £16 or $17, but platinum just £12.80 or $13.60 when there should have been like 55 quid.
That's a steal of a
Wow.
deal.
If you haven't got that already, take it. Take it. Next item, light pad. I love the light pad. This is an absolute must-have for anybody that does anything even vaguely crafty because this is such a good thing. I have got one of these, but a bigger one. I paid a huge amount more than we're showing on this screen here, and it's really heavy. This one's nice and light, and you can plug it into the back of your Gemini too. So that's absolutely brilliant to have. $19.99 to $24.99 is a great price. Platinum is even better, $15.99 or $19.99, but we're going to drop the price. Why not? It's a Friday night.
It's a Becky's dress dropping deal, isn't it?
Becky's dress dropping
Friday
deal.
nights only.
Let's have a look. I'm keeping my dress on.
Ooh.
$13.99 or $17.49, 30% saving. Platinum is £11.19 or $13.99. Now, if you were doing like a Secret Santa thing and it was like, no, 10 quid Secret Santa, yeah, you could just, or £12 Secret Santa, that can be your Secret Santa gift. Just over £10, just under $14. That is a fantastic deal. Definitely need that. Mum, have you got one of these? Might have to get you one. Next item is this little tote here. This is this little purple tote. This has it's more square than the other one, but actually you can fit a huge amount in this one, and you can use it as a little shoulder bag as well. Because of the way it's being created, you've got these little pockets that splay out, so you can fit loads and loads in here. I've seen all our craft experts using these. You can fit all of your crafty goodies in here. £19.99 or $26.99. Platinum is $15.99 or $21.59, but it isn't. It's not, because we're reducing the price. The price is going to be silly, is what the price is going to be. £11.99 or $16.19. And platinum is £9.59 or $12.95. That's just ridiculous for a bag. And it's sturdy, you know, you can fit all of your heavy crafty goodies in there. That's great, like that. Next item. I like this. Have you noticed anything that's a bit shiny? I really, really like. I just think, wow.
Just catches your eye, doesn't it? Look at that. I mean, not only the shimmer and the sparkle, but look at the colour.
Lovely,
amazing.
I like that.
That is beautiful.
The wildflower colour. $8.99 or $11.99. Platinum is $7.19 or $9.59. What price is that going to drop down to? Let's have a look.
Ooh.
Wow.
Half price. We like a bit of that.
Just saying, wow. £4.49 or $5.99. Platinum price is £3.59 or $4.79. Wow. Come on, you can't get it, can't be any more clear. Fantastic deal, absolutely incredible. Have a quick look, see if we've got any comments coming from people here. Stephanie says Lily and Becky are a hoot.
Oh.
And Celsius thinks her 3 points were a fluke. These kits make great gifts. Yeah, with the Ventures in Colouring, really, really great gift. Absolutely, totally agree with you. We're going to look at the which mystery bag, the Christmas mystery bag or the everyday mystery bag. Every day is a mystery. Now, we had this on the show last night with Sarah, and it was incredibly popular. Oh, look, there's a pen. I've been looking for that. There's so much in here, I'm going to have to stand on my tippy toes to get to the bottom. Ooh. But the first items I'm going to show you are these two. So basically, you're going to be paying for these two. You get everything else for free. So you've got your Enchanted Ocean 12 by 12 paper pad, and this is a beautiful. I know I say that about all our paper pads, but they are. But look at all the colours in here. It is really lovely. I have to say, if my children were young, I'd want this as wallpaper in their rooms, because it is so pretty.
Tell you what you could do as well, actually, on that note. Obviously, unfortunately, it's not wallpaper, but what you could do, similar to what Craig did with Amazing Flamingos, get 3 or maybe 5 really deep box frames. Just pop 1 sheet of each into each of those box frames, and you've got artwork. Because look at the front sides of those. Each and every single one of those is a scene in itself. You could literally frame that, a few on the wall, and you've almost created your own wallpaper. That would look fabulous. Yeah, that'd be lovely, wouldn't it? Really, really nice. Very, very pretty. So that, and then Lily and I are going to fight over this, because we love this. Look at that. I'm trying to work out how to show it to you. This way. This is your ombre glitter card, encapsulating glitter card. Look at it. It is just incredible. The colours in here are absolutely fantastic. I love the fact that our glitter card is encapsulated glitter card, so you're not going to have all the glitter shedding all over the floor. This is absolutely beautiful. You get 5 of each in here. You get 25 pieces altogether. So you're paying for those 2, and you're getting basically the rest of it for nothing, for nada, for nothing at all. And there's half of it's on the floor. I mean, just loads. We were talking about how noisy the bag was earlier today, and there was so much in here. The first item I'm going to show you is some of our funky foam. We've got that in black and in white. You've got 12 sheets altogether, 6 of each. We then have the engagement die, little die here with that matte layer. We've got one of the Arabian Nights dies. We've got some stamens. These are single coloured, white coloured, so you can ink them up the way you want to. We've got one of Sheena's stamps. This is the Home Sweet Home one. We then have one of our dotty tape pens. We've got some Spectrum Noir sparkle pens. These are in Holly Green, Smoked Quartz and Harvest Moon. We then have some ink pads from the Hydrangea collection. So in here we've got Soft Heather, Spring Buds and Waterfall.
We've then got something from the Vintage Rose. These are the Vintage Textures acrylic stamp kit. We've got some of these outline floral designs which are beautiful, these embossing folders, really like these. We've got the hydrangea and we've got the peonies. We've also got one of these embossing folders which has a wood effect on it, which looks really, really effective. I do love an embossing folder and I didn't realise how versatile they were. Next item I've got is a floral embossing folder. It keeps going on. We've got the Arabian Nights transfers and the foil sheets. So you get 8x8 foil sheets and you're going to get 6 of those transfers. I think they look fantastic. We're also going to be giving you some special friend stamps. We've got an embossing folder. This one is your anemone swirls. Gosh, it keeps on going. We've got some ribbon from the Hydrangea collection. And then finally, we have got this 6x6 paper pad with all of these really lovely, bright, solid colours in here. Lots of colours in here, really useful to have. All of that for just platinum price £32 or $40. So basically you just pay for those first 2 things and then you're going to get everything else for free. I've made a bit of a mess over here. I'm just going to have to push these out of the way. Just out of the way because we've got the Christmas bag here. Now in the Christmas bag, if you you're just buying 2 of these items in here, I'll show you which ones they are. Basically you just buy these 2 and everything else is for free. So the first one is Sarah's Crafty magazine. We've got lots of craft items to make in here. We've got some interviews. Oh, look at that. You might need to look at that in case you forget what he looks like because he's been away for such a long time. It'll look very different when he comes back. Those teeth will look very, very different. Lots of information in here, some photos that perhaps you've not seen before. So basically you're paying for that and you're paying for the Christmas bow stamp and die set and everything else is free. So in here you've got the Frosty and Bright Merry Christmas edgeable. You've also got Yuletide foliage stamps and you've got holly and poinsettia stamps. You then have your woodland embellishment stamp and die set. We have 2 of the 12 Days of Christmas. 12 Days of Christmas. Partridge in a Pear Tree. And Christmas Wishes. We have some snowflakes. These are foam snowflakes that you can use your gilding flakes over the top of. You've got a stamp and die set for Jingle All the Way. We also have the Scenting Glad Tidings stamp and die set with that lovely little aperture, and my favourite, which is the stocking card gift card holder. So the price for this platinum price is £24 or $32, and I think you'll agree you're getting a fantastic deal in that one. Loads and loads of details in there. I'm just going to see if we've got other people messaging in. Yeah, Imani says, great price drops. And Sean says, I bought 4 Ombre glitter card packs for £4.79. What? I didn't know they were on the paper price drops. Oh my goodness! If you've not had if you're not going to go for that big bundle and you want to get some of those glitter pads, do have a look on there. We've added more things to the outlet sale today. So even if you looked yesterday and you bought loads of things, go back today. You'll be able to see that there are more things in there. That is fantastic. Really, really good. Let us know what you've been buying, and let us know if you're catching any other songs during the show. I am interspersing the odd song here and there. Are you picking them up, Lily? Are you hearing my songs?
I've got quite a few, I think.
Yeah?
I hope. I've tried to throw in a few myself as well. Maybe I'll pick up on those too, but I'm hoping I'm picking up a few. I hope you guys at home are as well.
Yeah, I'm hoping people have... And Nicola, are you getting all my songs? Some of them? Some of them are... Yeah, I think sometimes when you're as old as I am, perhaps you're not knowing what they all are, really. But I'm really feeling a bit under pressure to make sure that this is going to be a good show. But we'll see. I want to win the game because, winner takes it all.
This is true.
Especially winner takes all of this beautiful ombre glitter. Love this, really, really nice. I hadn't realised it was in the price drop, and I think for £4.79 I might just grab a couple of these because they are absolutely beautiful. You can see them better here. When I'm not flicking through them, you can see them a little bit better, but they are absolutely incredible, and they're going to work really well with that Enchanted Ocean paper pad as well. But I mean, they're so pretty. You don't want to cut them up, do you? Because they are so lovely. I'll show you a couple more there. That's why you buy 2, Nicholas says, so you can make sure that you're going to go. I'm just going to show all of those. there. That's my favourite one. Lily and I both want that as wallpaper. Then I'm going to pop these away. We've got so many other things to show you, and I've made a bit of a mess on my desk here with all of the bits and pieces. We're going to be doing some more things on glitter paste, aren't we, Lily, in a moment?
We certainly
which
are,
I'm looking forward to. We've got some other bits and pieces here. I'm just having a look. Oh, yeah, I can't say that one. I'm going to do some more of my little songs, song titles in just a moment. But do let us know what you've been getting up to on the website, and let us know what you've been doing. Welcome back, everybody. People are getting these song titles. So it is International Karaoke Day. So I am throwing in some song titles. There's going to be around about 20 during the show. Some of them, when I've noticed that people haven't picked them up, I might say them again. So if you hear them again, just message in and let us know. There's no prize for this, but we're wanting, you get the kudos of being the winner, and you get my admiration. And apparently that's worth absolute buckets. We also want to be able to see your makes, so if you haven't sent any makes in, please do at studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk. That's studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk. Right, we should get going with some more demos in just a moment, but when I've tidied up the mess that's around on my desk, what I want to show you first of all is the glitter paste that we've been talking about today. So we've had a new launch with these beautiful glitter pastes and the stencils. Now, these glitter pastes are iridescent glitter pastes, and I thought, well, they look a little bit boring to me, and I've seen all the other colours of glitter paste. Oh my goodness me, they are not boring at all. They are the most versatile glitter paste you are ever going to see, because in here you've got 2 types of chunky glitter paste and 2 types of extra chunky glitter paste. She can't say the words. And it creates some of the most fantastic designs. You're going to be getting stencils in here. You've got 2 packs of stencils. You get 3 stencils in each one. So you've got that Christmas tree. You've also got the snowflake. And in the samples we're showing you, we've done them on black and white card. That is like a Christmassy scene. And then we've got holly, the reindeer bell, and the bauble or ornament come in the second pack of the stencils. But look at this glitter paste. It is incredible. You've got so many different colours coming out on here. Now, each one of these is the same glitter paste, just one on green and one on black and one on white card. But you can see all of those different colours that come through. Now, if I look at this one from where I am, it's purple, but you're seeing like a turquoise colour. This one up here looks slightly pink, but you're seeing it much more pink. This one over here looks sort of green for me, and this one down here looks green for me, but obviously I can see that it looks blue here and sort of a coppery colour there. This one is like a lovely sort of blue, iridescent blue. This one looks like a blue one to me as well, but it's actually a green, and that is showing you just how versatile they are. Now, on some of the demos that Lily did earlier today, she was using inks as a background, and they were picking up all the different hues. If you've never tried glitter paste before, or maybe you've had all the other colours, you're absolutely going to want to have these, because they are just so gorgeous and so versatile. The price for this is £50 or $65. The platinum price is £40 or $52. Can you tell, Lily, I really like these?
Well, I absolutely adore them. They are amazing. If you didn't catch the earlier show, I'd say definitely after this show, of course, do try and watch that back on Catch Up, because honestly, these are just gorgeous. And I did try to pack in as many different techniques, showing these on different surfaces. So white card, black card, we use acetate. We even use gold satin card as well, which worked an absolute treat. So do try and watch that back if you can. But we're going to give you a little bit of a whistle-stop tour of these fabulous glitter paste in this Friday Night Live show. So first up, you get 2 of your fabulous chunky glitter paste. I promise you I won't have used half of the pot before yours comes home to you. But you can see there that beautiful iridescence. Of course, it looks gorgeous in the pot, but it's going to look even more incredible when you actually start to use this on your finished projects. So they're packed full of that glitter, and whatever colour you use underneath, it's going to give you a different effect. It's almost like a clear carrier that's completely packed full with your glitter, which will take that colour of any surface underneath. Then you have 2 of your extra chunkies, and as the name suggests, the only difference with these is that they are super chunky when it comes to those particles. Not quite the size of a sequin or anything like that. They're still just about fine enough that you can get them through for some of your stencils, but these are amazing for embellishing, and that's what we're going to do with this one a little bit later later on in this demo. But that's just a little overview, if you like, of the two different types of your glitter paste. They're all iridescent. You get 2 of the chunky, 2 of the extra chunky. Use them through your stencils, use them on their own as embellishments, use them with your inks, use them on your colour card. They're going to give you different effects each and every single time. So for this demo, we are going to use the White Christmas stencil set, and we're going to take that beautiful little Christmas tree design. To start off, I'm going to take some of my stick and spray. Now, if you did tune in for the earlier show, you'll have noticed that I use this all the time when I'm actually getting my stencils in position. It just means that they're not going to move as we pop some of our glitter paste or ink or whatever it might be through that stencil. Because don't forget, these are just your regular sort of stencils. You can use these. Of course, they're going to work perfectly with your glitter paste in the collection, but you can use them with any other glitter paste you might already have, with inks, any sort of ink that you'd normally use for blending. So it could be your water reactors, your pigments, your duets, even your shimmer inks. You can also use them with your shimmer sprays, or you can as well actually emboss them through your die cutter machine, which is going to give you like an embossing folder sort of effect onto these, which looks incredible.
I love the fact you can do that. That
Just
you can
gives you
use them
so many
different
options.
ways. Yeah.
So really, really fabulous product are our stencils, because you can just do so many different techniques with them. So I'm actually using my mixed media mat underneath. This is an absolute godsend when it comes to sort of techniques like this, especially with your glitter paste, because it just means that we're not going to get glitter paste all over our craft mat, and we can just wipe this clean super, super easy. For this one, we're going in with one of our water reactive inks, this one being our Smoked Emerald. It's a really lovely, deep sort of almost like an emerald, really deep emerald green, I think is how I'd describe it. And we're going to be adding this to the sides, the left and the right hand side of our tree design here. Now, like we were saying on the earlier show, I tend to favour my round blending tool, but you can be using your finger daubers if you want to get into that detail and be really precise with your application of colour. Your finger daubers are absolutely perfect for that. Or you could be using your round or square blending tools. It could be your blending brushes, it could be any sort of blending sponge. That choice is entirely yours. Whatever you find easiest to lay down that colour, then by all means go ahead and use your preferred blending applicator. So that's our Smoked Emerald all around the edges of that design. Then we'll go in with our Grasshopper. It's actually a different family, different sort of green colour family with our water reactive ink pad range, but it's still going to work perfectly. It's just going to give us a little bit of dimension on there, a little bit of a different look and feel by bringing in the 2 different shades.
I wouldn't think to use that a totally different green, but it really works.
It's just by blending it through. When you first put it down, it's a little bit like, oh, I'm not quite sure about that, but just work into it, keep blending, and if you feel like you need to, you can always go back to that first colour, that Smoked Emerald, and just start blending it through. But as well, I'm going to give you a little secret. If you're not so confident when it comes to your blending, I have to say, blend first, and then when you put your glitter paste over the top, it hides a multitude of sins. I will just say that. So if you're not so confident when it comes to your blending, this is an absolutely brilliant technique. So it is super, super forgiving. I think I'm just going to go back to that Smoked Emerald just to deepen the colour at the edges. Now, I do tend to use these glitter paste with ink first off, but of course you can use them on their own. It will just give you more of a subtle effect by using them without any ink, but it's still a fabulous effect all the same. I tend to then go in with just a a dry piece of cloth here, just to buff off any of that excess ink that we have on the stencil. I just found if I didn't do that, then what can happen is I can just pick up a little bit of that ink and blend it around, which then does sort of contaminate your glitter paste. Not a big issue, but I just do find you get that best effect by actually going in and buffing off a little bit of that ink from your stencil. Then the real fun begins, because we go in with our glitter paste, this time going in with that lovely Winter Radiance, which is one of our chunky glitter paste rather than the extra chunky. I find with this particular stencil, the chunky works a little bit better because you do have some quite fine detailed areas to this stencil. And I really lay it on thick when it comes to my glitter paste. I like to get plenty of that lovely glitter onto there. At the end of the day, all of this around the edge, all this excess that you can see on here, we will be scraping that back into the pot. So it's a little bit like embossing powder. When you first sprinkle that embossing powder on, you get tons and tons onto your cardstock, and you sort of think, blimey me, I've used a lot of that, but most of it actually ends up going back in the pot. So I do find it a lot easier to go in heavy-handed first off, and then you can just remove the excess. So that looks like I've got an even coverage all over that tree there, and then this is where the real magic, that big reveal happens. So you want to be really nice and gentle and slow with this one. As soon as you can see some of that cardstock underneath where there's no glitter paste, just grab that. So you're going to anchor that down and then just really slowly peel back that stencil. The risk with having your glitter paste quite thick, like I favour it to be, what can happen is if you peel that back really quickly, then you can sort of blur the edges a little bit. So you just want to be really, really nice and gentle, nice and sort of slow with that. I've got a little fibre there, let's just remove it. But you can see there we've got that lovely colour underneath, so you've got that almost like an ombre, darker at the edges, and you've also got that lovely sort of highlight in the centre, but then you've also got that beautiful glitter. Isn't that super, super pretty? That is also going on my pile that I've been building up to the side of me throughout the day, where I'm keeping all of these goodies, all these pieces ready to be used on a future project. Now, super important, what you want to do, I know I am very much do as I say, not as I do when it comes to cleaning our equipment. I'm usually quite terrible, especially with cleaning stamps or anything like this, but this is one thing I do even take my own advice, which is saying something, and I do always clean my stencils. You do not want your glitter paste to dry onto your stencil. It will set like concrete, which is absolutely not what you want. So I always start off by scraping the excess off, and you can see we can manage to get a lot of that glitter off there actually just by scraping with our palette knife, scraping off our mat. And then as soon as you've got as much of that off as you possibly can by using your palette knife, you're just going to pop that into a bowl of warm soapy water, or you are going to run that under a warm tap and just give it a little bit of a wash off. And it's nice and easy to actually get that, that lovely glitter off if you act quickly. Blimey, that sounded very demanding, didn't it? You must act quickly, blimey me. But you just want to make sure you take care of your equipment as best as you possibly can. And then just leave that to dry, and then that will be good to go for the next time. If you're tuning on this afternoon's show, I did confess that I've never ever washed my palette knife. I always just wipe it clean, which is terrible, I know, but it's served me well for about the past 2 years, so I'm not going to
But if it works for you and you're wiping them clean straight away, you probably don't need to wash them, do you?
Yeah, I mean, you do get a little bit of glitter paste particles on there, but I've never found that I'd need to actually wash that off. So I've just carried on regardless, as they say. So we've got our piece now that's dried and all good to go. As always, I'm going to be bringing in a black matte layer, but I'm not sure whether I'm going to stick that just yet because I'm going to start to build the card. I might need to add a little bit of ink around the edge just to take that starkness off, but I'm not sure yet, so we'll leave that to one side while we actually create our background. And that's what we're going to work on next, is our background. So we're going to take those same 2 ink pads that we have just used, which is our smoked emerald and our grasshopper. Let's start off with our smoked emerald, my favourite technique here. Super, super easy. You can even get the kiddies or grandkiddies involved with this one. You're going to get some of your ink onto your glass mat. You can do it on a craft mat as well. It will just give you a slightly different effect as that ink will sort of bead rather than pool. Ink onto the mat, a little bit of water onto that. And then you're just going to pick up some of that colour. Once you're happy that you've got enough of that colour, let's just wipe down our mat. So we're going to clean off our mat, and then we're going to go into our next colour, which is our grasshopper. Now, if you don't want these colours to merge at all, if you want them very much sort of separate pockets of colour, if you like, then go in and dry that first layer before you add on your second one. But in the interest of time, because I can see time is marching along very, very quickly, which is quite scary. I always say the studio is a little bit like a time warp.
It is a little bit like that, isn't it?
We're just going to go ahead, and it's still going to give us a fabulous effect. These colours are just going to blend a little bit, but still going to look equally lovely. So let's just go around the edges. I'm not bothering too much about the centre, just because our topper will be in the middle of there. Let's just go around picking up that colour until we're happy that we've got enough onto there, just like so. So that's our piece all good to go. Just checking, do I have a heat tool? I do not have a heat tool, but what we will do, we do want to just dry this a little bit. So just to make it a bit quicker, where instead of trying to find a heat tool, I'm just going to dab off the excess so it's not super wet with our background. So that's our background. Looks very pretty, but when I was crafting the other night, I thought, I wonder if, and how many crafty sort of tangents do we go down when we start to wonder, I wonder if. So we're going to bring in our extra chunky glitter paste, this one being our snow fairy. What we're going to do is we're going to grab our palette knife, take a little bit of this, and we're just going to highlight and accent a few areas on here. A little bit like you might do with your, do you know what, I've got a real mental block at the moment for the word gilding flakes. I can't remember it. I keep wanting to say gilding paste.
Yeah, well, I have the same problem as well. And when I try and think of the word, I see it in my mind's eye, and I just think, well, that's pretty. and forget, I'm trying to find the word.
Yeah, I keep wanting to say gilding paste, and I feel like I've invented a new product, and I worry that people at home are going to think, oh, she's done a bit of a Freudian slip, that's a new product that's coming. It's not at all, I just literally cannot remember the words.
Well, you were giving away some products that we've got coming up, weren't you?
I wish I was, because it
Well,
sounds
you did.
fabulous. I don't know what a gilding paste is, but it sounds brilliant.
It does sound really nice. But you were talking, you had something on the earlier show that hasn't come out yet, didn't you?
Oh, yeah, I was a little bit naughty.
You were a bit cheeky, Lily.
Cheeky, we were jingling all the way, is all I'm going to say. But yeah, a little sneak peek of that is coming next month, I do promise. But how pretty does that look? Just to start to highlight some of those areas in your design, just adds that extra little bit of something, just to make it that little bit more special, especially if you're selling what you're making, which absolutely you can do with all of our in-house products here at Crafters Companion. It's just going to give it that little bit of a point of difference and really elevate your creations. So we'll leave that to dry for not too long at all really, because that is quite a thin layer of glitter paste. I'd leave it for a couple of hours, and then you're going to get an effect, something a little bit like this. Love the fact that every time you do that technique with the inks, it's going to look different. I went a little bit more intense with the colours on that one, but every time you're going to get that different effect, which I just think is so much fun and just makes it into a unique piece of artwork, which I just absolutely adore. We're going to bring in our black matte layer for this one, and then this is going to go onto our card base. So not only are we using our glitter paste for our focal points with our stencils, but we can use them as embellishments on our backgrounds, completely independent from the stencils as well. Onto our black matte layer. I tend to cut my I was going to say seam allowance again. My words are just going.
We all know what you mean by seam allowance.
My seam allowance is a 1/4 inch. Hopefully you guys at home.
But the thing is, it is a 1/4 inch seam allowance as well when you stitch. So
yeah, this is true. This is true. But it is a little bit of a thin black matte layer all around that edge. And then let's go on to our white card, created using our multi-purpose card. And then we'll just pop that into the centre. Now remember, I was saying just a few moments ago I wasn't sure whether I wanted to ink the edges of this piece or not. So let's lay it out, let's have a little look-see. What do we think? Do you know what? I think maybe keep it white. Oh, Nicola wants us to ink it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Nicola is the boss for this show, so that's exactly what we are going to do. So let's bring in our ink. Should we go for, do you know what? Let's mix the two inks. Let's bring in our smoked emerald and our grasshopper. So we'll start off with our smoked emerald.
Image of that tree, you know, you'd expect to see that at Christmas time, wouldn't you? When you're driving home for Christmas, you're seeing that at the side of the road with all the glistening frost on it. It's absolutely beautiful.
Totally iconic, isn't it, this sort of imagery? Do you know what, that reminds me of quite a funny story the other day. I was walking, not far from me, about 100 metres down the road.
Yeah.
And it wasn't a place that I usually walk, and I noticed a sign. I thought, hey, what's this? And it was a sign for a Christmas tree. Somebody had clearly left it up from last year. I thought, hey, it might be Christmas in craft world, but it's not in the normal world.
No.
But somebody had clearly left it up from last year, which gave me a little bit of a giggle. Because I thought nobody else understands the fact that we do Christmas in July. Everyone thinks we're absolutely crackers. I mean, I am absolutely crackers, but that's a different story. But yeah, Christmas in July is very much a thing for us, but not really anyone else. So to see get your Christmas trees here sort of sign did make me giggle. Just felt very relevant for us here in the crafty world.
Well, there is that man that's always on the television that has Christmas decorations up all year round, Christmas lights, and he eats Christmas dinner every week.
Well, it's just like a big Sunday dinner.
Isn't it?
Special Sunday dinner.
That's a lot of work, you know.
It is, to be fair.
Making Christmas dinner, isn't it?
Mind you, if he likes cooking, I suppose.
Yeah.
Well, if he didn't like cooking, then yeah, a lot of.
But I think he lives on his own, which I think is a lot of work just for one person. I mean, I don't do a roast if there's more. Well, even if there's 4 people, I'm like, reluctant to do a roast because it's so fiddly.
It's a bit of a big event, isn't
up.
it? Yeah. Oh, there is a lot of washing up. Yeah, it's a lot of effort, but it's worth it. Worth it for Christmas. Now we've framed that with the 2 different colours there of our water reactive ink, actually from different colour families. But just to sort of tie that together a little bit and give it that extra little bit of interest, we're going to bring in our fine spray mister bottle, and we're just going to give that a little bit of a spritz around the edge. I'm trying to avoid the tree, but if I get a little bit on the tree, it should be absolutely fine, because we do already have our glitter paste dry and over the top of the ink that we've got under there. So just a little fine mist of that water all around the edge. Gives it that extra little bit of texture, which I think looks really quite lovely. Dab that off. Of course, you could leave that to dry naturally, but we don't have the luxury of time here in the Crafters TV studio, so we're just going to dab that off. And you can see you've got that lovely faux bleaching effect all around the edge there. It reminds me a little bit of, I know it's the wrong colours, but Northern Lights. It's giving me that sort of vibe with that one.
Definitely. The Aurora Borealis.
Oh, I can't say those two words. So
well, you do the French for me. I'll do the Latin for you.
Yeah, it probably is Latin. Isn't
the paler green colour, it's almost got like a yellow hue to it, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Very yellow.
It has, hasn't it? So the green has got more of a yellowy tone, whereas the smoked emerald has got more of a blue undertone.
Yeah,
and you wouldn't naturally think to put these together, but don't they work nice when you start to blend them into each other? So that's going to go in the middle of there with some of our all-purpose glue. And then this is going to go onto our card base with our lovely background onto that. Quite liking how this has come together, I have to say. I was quite pleased that I tried that technique of highlighting your inky backgrounds with your glitter paste. But you could be doing that to your pattern papers. It doesn't just have to be a background that you created. You could highlight any other design using your glitter paste. Maybe you've got like a stamp with a stocking and you want to highlight the trim, that fluffy trim with a little bit of glitter. That would work beautifully. Just have a little look around your crafty stash. Have a look what you've already got in your crafting arsenal and what you could add in and really enhance with these fabulous glitter pastes. That's going to go into the middle of our card base. Should be using the overhead really to try and help me line this up.
That is
Don't have the
lovely.
luxury of that at home, unfortunately. And then just to finish it off, just to break up that quite big expanse of the green on there, we've got a nice stark white sentiment. This was our 12 Days of Christmas stamp set. We did have in that showstopper that actually sold out earlier. But if you did get that showstopper home, this was one of those stamps. But any Christmas stamp, of course, you could even be using your home printer, printing out a personalised greeting. It could be a die-cut greeting, or you could just leave that off and keep it nice and plain and simple. But I do like to add a sentiment to my finished cards. So let's pop that onto that left-hand side, just to be that lovely finishing touch. And that's a very, very simple card, but just showing you a couple of different techniques with those absolutely fabulous glitter paste and stencils, creating your own background and creating your own topper as well. Start to finish card with those beautiful glitter paste. I just adore them. I think they're absolutely gorgeous. I really hope you guys love them as much as me and Becky do, because they are going to be so much fun to play with in your crafting.
They are, it's absolutely beautiful. And the way that that tree looks, it almost like there's a halo around it with all that white space. It looks lovely. And Jennifer says, I love the colours. Robin says, my goodness, Lily, your cards are stunning. I love your style. Could you repeat the inks that you've just used?
Oh yeah, absolutely, of course I can. So it's just two of our water reactive. Now I have mentioned this a few times, but it doesn't have to be a water reactive. Any ink that you'd usually use for blending, you can use for a stencil. So that could be opaque pigment, it could be your duets, it could be your shimmers, it could be any sort of ink that you'd use for blending. But we've just used our water reactive here, and the colours that we've gone for are the smoked emerald, and we have gone for the grasshopper. So those two colours there are the ones that we went for. Usually I'd go for pine tree and grasshopper, but I thought, you know what, we'll bring in a different colour family and see if it works. And I'm glad I did. It worked a treat, I would say.
Definitely worked. Really, really nice. Now we're going to do the next round of the games, but I've just got these out in front of me to remind you to do the vote so you can see them being made again. So the first one is Lily's one, which is those festive edge dies. We've got the My Special Papers Christmas one, which was Leanne's, and then we've got Craig's one with the little shaker card. That's the word I'm looking for. Right, we're going to move those to one side. We're going to get on with the games. So this is the second round of the games. These are Christmas-orientated games, but it's a missing word. So it's the Supercraft game, Supercraft game, Supercraft game. Woo! Supercraft game, Supercraft game. Supercraft game.
Not just any old game, a Supercraft game.
A Supercraft game. That's my game show voice. Ooh. Supercraft game. Right, now Lily is in the lead with 9 points to 6. So I know a lot of people last week left Facebook to come and watch it on YouTube because they've got a better chance to win.
Best not let those guys down. I have to say I was so much in my crafty element then I totally forgot we had the game coming up, so I'm going to have to get my head back in the game, head in the game then, come on.
Head in the game. So we're going to have a word, we've got to think of a word that goes with it, and there's 3 possible answers. One winning 3 points, 1, 2 and 1, 1. Right, so let's have a look. What's this word? Candy.
Oh my gosh.
Candy. I managed to get rid of the permanent marker thing.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I did.
How did you do that with a chisel?
Yeah, pretty much. My arm hurts a lot now.
Oh.
Yeah, I won't be able to do anything when I go on my holiday.
Oh, that's a shame. You'll have to relax.
Yeah. Nice to relax, yeah. Right, let's have a look. I've got candy canes.
Cane! Oh, you've got more than one. I've only
Candy
just got the one.
Crush. Oh, candy cane. Candy floss. Oh, I was going to say candy kittens.
Do you know what? I literally couldn't think of anything else apart from cane. It's just my mind was
No,
going.
no, candy kittens was the only one I could think of.
Better than
Next
anything.
one is holy. Not holly, but holy. I don't know if I'm going to get this one right. I think I'm going to get 0 points.
I can think of
Actually,
quite a
maybe we
few
should make
silly
these as
ones.
funny as we possibly can now. Yeah. Yeah, maybe that's as funny as we possibly can. So holy, I've gone for holy.
I wanted to go with holy guacamole, but I thought that's not going to be on there. Holy night.
Holy night. Ah, that's probably going to be the winning. Holy moly, 1 point. Woohoo! Number 2
Holy
is
Bible.
Holy Bible, of course.
Holy night.
And number 3 is Holy Night. Well done, Lily.
Woo.
I think we should go for silly ones now.
You
Well,
can
Lily's
think that I'm going
winning.
to back down and not be competitive. It's not in my nature. I've got to win. Focusing eyes on the
Right.
prize.
Oh, this
Lily.
one's going to be difficult. Christmas.
Oh my God. It could be anything. Oh my
Christmas.
gosh.
Christmas. Christmas. Okay, right, I've got mine. What are you going to put down? Christmas something. We've got 3 options. Are any of us going to get them right? They're quite difficult, aren't they? I'm not cheating. I'm not cheating. Oh, sorry. I've got Christmas crackers.
Christmas stocking. I mean, they're both technically right.
What have you got?
Present.
Christmas stocking.
Stocking.
Present,
Tree.
tree, and carol.
Carol.
Oh.
Hey.
We
Do
didn't
you know,
get any of those.
I was going to put day for Christmas Day, but no.
Oh, yeah, they could have done that.
But it still would have been wrong. Oh dear. What have we got next? Snow.
Or Christina says she went for Candyman in that first one.
There's a song in there.
Snow. Snow. Snow, what could it be? It's snow joke.
Thank you, Ben. Didn't realise he'd come back early.
Right, I've got, did you turn round? I've got snowballs.
Of course. Snowflake.
Snowflake.
And then as soon as I put that, I thought I should have put man.
Right, okay.
Should have put
Snowman,
man.
yeah.
You fool.
Number 2 is snowflake.
Oh, better.
Well done. Number 3 is snow globe.
Snow globe.
I am doing very ill.
This game is just very obscure. It could be anything.
It could be anything, yeah.
You just have to try and get inside Liam's mind and think
Oh,
what you're
yeah,
put on there.
and
which
that's
is quite
tricky, trying
hard.
to get into Liam's mind. Right, next one. This is the last one,
Oh,
and
last
Lily's one, let's be honest. Fairy.
I know what I want to put, but it's a
Yeah, I
brand
know what I
name.
want to put as well. Fairy. I don't think we can use brand names, can we?
No.
No. Okay, fairy. I've got fairy dust.
Oh, I went fairy lights. I was torn between
Oh, yeah,
lights
Christmas. Didn't
and
think about that.
cakes.
Yeah.
I always put fairy cakes,
Yeah,
but
yeah, it's going
I've
to be
gone for
fairy lights, isn't it? Number 1,
Fairy
fairy queen. Number 2, fairy godmother.
godmother.
Oh, yeah, Cinderella. There. Fairy lights. Well done, Lily. My brain obviously doesn't work like Liam's. Oh, we've got a tiebreaker.
A tiebreaker. I'm not being funny. It's not a tie.
All right. All right. Gosh, you're
Bonus
feisty,
round.
you are.
I am. Is it taking you this long to realise?
Right, this... Whoever gets the card.
This is not how this game was working.
Actually, Nicola, could you mute Lily and just tell me what the answer is?
This is outrageous.
Right, okay, here's a question.
Oh my goodness,
At
it's
what
words, I have to
speed
read.
would Santa's sleigh have to travel to visit every home in the world on Christmas Eve?
Oh, we're expected to know that.
Closest answer wins. At what speed in miles per hour would Santa's sleigh have to travel to visit every home in the world on Christmas Eve? I'm just going to make it
I
up.
would also like to know how accurate this answer is, because who has worked this out? Who's got that many hours in a day? I would like to know, but...
Okay.
My house is a new build. Has it been included in this survey?
Sorry, say again.
My house is a new build. Has it been included in this survey? How old is this?
I don't know. I don't know. What are you going to put,
Oh my
Lily?
goodness, I've no idea. Let's just pluck it A number out the air. Nice round number.
Yep.
1,000 miles per hour. Oh my gosh.
I've put
Slightly different.
2.348 million.
I think you're probably closer.
Yay! Oh my goodness, how did I get that?
I feel like I may have been royally stitched up here.
But no, I have just plucked that silly number out of my head.
Do you think you've read that before? Because that's very close.
I don't. Why? I don't know why I would know that. Certainly, figures don't sit in my head at all. I don't even know people's phone number. Oh, I got one. I won.
You won the bonus round.
I won the card. I don't think I can fit it in my suitcase. I have to be honest. Lily, you might have to look after it for me. Well done, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the games. We still have more fun and frolics for you, but we are going to go for a quick break. Whilst I. Oh, of course, yeah. So which one won the vote? Oh, so we had a vote as to which one of these you wanted to see again. And the winner is this one! Woo! Well done, Craig. Well done. I'll bring it home for you tonight. We'll watch the demo with Craig doing this, and it is a fabulous little card for you to make. See you in a couple of minutes.
And we're going to use the Let It Snow. So we're going to be using the what do you call it? Frosty and Bright 12 by 12. So let's find the end of my low tack tape, which I can't find, so let's bring another one. And let's bring in the die. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the solid die. So let's take the solid die and we're going to cut that into the bottom and the top to create an aperture. But so I can kind of gauge it where I want, the actual outline die is going to go within the middle. So I'm going to just position that. This will overlap ever so slightly, so that's absolutely fine. It's just a way to kind of gauge it. Let's bring in our low tack tape, and then we can then hold that down into place here. Now, because it's a larger one, I'm going to have to go to my larger die cutting machine, but instead of going to my electric one, let's show you how, of course, they work with the MIDI as well. So even if you don't have electric die cutting machines, the largest one that you would need, depending on the size of the card you're making, is going to be the MIDI. So did I go far enough? Yes, I did go far enough. So we've now got that bottom aperture. Now I don't need the Let It Snow from the die cut here, but I can keep it for later on and use it within another project. I'm going to do the same up at the top here. So let's bring that in near the top. Once we've brought that in, I'm going to come down just a little bit. I want to kind of gauge it, so I've got the same width at the top and bottom left over. Press that in, bring in our folder once again. So I'm going to then run that one through. So we've got exactly the same. And then my mats and layers are going to be black cardstock and some of the ice blue shedless glitter.
Nice.
So it's a tinge of silver, but also a little bit more of a tinge of blue too. So take that out of the way because I don't need that. Pop these bits out. So now that's going to be the base to start with. Then let's take that same die, but we're going to do this now in white cardstock. So we want the whole die cut. And what I can do, because I'm using my bigger MIDI here, let's bring in another bit of card. So let's bring in some black cardstock. And let's just chop that off. Let's make that a little bit smaller so they're both going to fit. Bring that down. And then we can then position them into place. Run these ones through. So we're going to have a combination of white, black, and the ice blue shedless glitter, which is going to look lovely. Move that out the way, bring these ones back in. So we've now got the Let It Snow that we can see within the black. Even just on its own, that's really fun. Do you know what I'd be inclined to do? Stick that on Nina cardstock and colour inside.
That'd be
I think
nice.
that would be really quite smart and quite cool. So we're going to then bring the backdrop here. So that will have that over there. But let's bring in a little bit of the shedless glitter. Now I want the outline die once again.
Did that nearly hit you in the eye?
The bit of the bit of card.
Yeah.
Yeah, just bounced right out off my eye. Let's run that one through. Now, because this is the shedless glitter with the MIDI, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go back and forwards just a couple of times, just so that it's got like a double or even a triple cut. Make sure, because you've got your layer of card, you've got your adhesive layer that's holding the glitter, and then you've got your glitter layer. So you've got a few layers there. So pop that out, and then that is what's going to go within the center of my card once it's all layered up.
Lovely.
What I also then need to do is both of these. So the black and the white, I've cut once again with the outline of the Let It Snow, and I have done that twice. So I've got another two. So I've got these two, I've got these two, and then within the middle, what we're going to have is we're going to have our layer up, and it's all going to come together just shortly. But what we'll need to do is sandwich our acetate. So let's bring in our die cut background here. So we need to bring this in. Now my acetate is just a tiny, tiny little bit smaller than that card.
Okay.
So I'm going to bring in, let's use my dots for this one. Now we're going to be careful, certainly when it comes to around the sentiment, because you've got a nice little filigree detail. So we need to be careful that we don't rip or tear. So we're going to go in the smaller bits. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pull my tape runner towards me, which is going to avoid doing any tears. And then I'm going to come along, and then we're going to do the same up into here. And then you can either take your foam on a roll, or I'm going to use my foam pad strips that are in that foam pad bundle. And we're going to use that to then create our height, to then pop our shaker in. So let's overlay that onto the back here. And then I'm going to give that a really, really good press here. If you've got little bits that are just moved over, just push them back. Same into here, push them back. Now what we've got is we've now got that barrier with the acetate. So next bit, let's go in with our foam pad strips. So I'm going to work my way around, and we're just going to travel up against that outer edge. I'm then going to then come and finish that off. So we need to make sure we've got a nice, snug, tight connection between each of our foam pad strips so nothing falls out. Let's run that right the way along. Finish that off. I'm just going to keep using all these little bits so we don't waste them. Just keeping that connection taut right up against each other. Work that around, and then let's just even add that. What I'm also going to do, Becky, is I'm going to create a little bit of a barrier within the centre section. Now, what I mean by that is I'm going to be using some of like the frosted glitter we had from, is it Magic?
Snow Queen?
No, not Snow Queen. You could use that. Sarah's signature.
Enchanted Dreams?
Enchanted Dreams. So I'm using that. Now, what we would end up with is all that shaker just falling up and down. And sometimes you might find that it's going to then land underneath here where you can't see it. So what I'm going to do to make sure that our shaker stays where we can see it, I'm going to block this section. So we'll just put the shaker elements in there, and then I'll just put them in here as well.
Okay, that makes sense.
So it just means then we get to see all the shaker all the time. The other thing that would happen is as it's sitting upright, all the shaker would fall down to the bottom, and you're not going to see any up there. So creating that block, creating that barrier means that we're going to see that shaker no matter how it's standing. Now I'm going to go in, because I'm going on my glitter card, I'm going to use my tacky glue. You can use your tape runner, but I just find with my tacky glue, it dries into the grains of my card. So let's work our way around, like so. So I'm going to build the card first. So this is the ice blue shedless glitter.
So if you use the all-purpose, that wouldn't work with the glitter?
I wouldn't use that all-purpose for a coated card, which is the glitter card, yeah. It'll stick initially, but what will happen is it will just peel off.
Okay.
It will just peel off, and it can actually also take a layer of the coated card. So if you're going to do it onto your glitter card or any coated card, I would use the tacky glue. Look, people, I think Lilly does use the all-purpose glue. As I always say, the adhesive police aren't going to come knocking at your door saying, why are you using that glue?
Adhesive police.
All that we can do is recommend the actual proper adhesive for the proper card. So yeah, you want to use a tacky glue. So let's press that in. So let's take the backing off of our foam pad strips. If I take these ones off, and then our die cut sentiment we can then start to layer over the top. And think about changing the colours. Okay, I've gone with the blues and the blacks, but this could be, you know, your pinks. This could be your pinks and your greys if you want to, or your light pinks and your dark pinks. So play with the colours. You're going to get a different look each time. Now, of course, because I've done just little bits, I just need to spend a moment just peeling them all off and then into here. So that will go that way there, but of course I'm just going to do it this way as a little bit of a gauge, so I know I need to put my shakers within this section here. So let's take our glitter. This could be the sequins that you've got over on your side.
What my favourite sequins,
Your favourite.
What do I call them? My emotional support sequins.
Emotional support.
Yeah, so I have a thing. I had a thing about the fuchsia stamens that came with the fabulous fuchsias. They are so beautiful. I really, really liked them, and I really wanted some. I do have some at home, and I just love them. I just like stroking them. I took pictures of them on my phone.
Really?
Yeah, it's peculiar. I did put them on my earrings as well. I just thought they were really lovely, and I feel these are the same kind of thing. They are just so beautiful. I just want to look at them. I just want to. No.
Whatever floats your boat.
Yeah.
So you're going to end up going home with those sequins then, are you?
What sequins?
Yeah,
I don't have any sequins.
What sequins indeed?
What sequins? I think they're gorgeous. Gorgeous!
Gorgeous. Look, my car's full enough. The last thing I need is anything else in my car, and we'll go home.
But they could just go in the glove compartment. I don't know if they'll fit in the cup holder, because there's another cup that goes in the cup holder now. But yeah, these are gorgeous. I can fit those in your car.
There we go. So we've got our shaker. So no matter which way that you hold it or you shake it, you see the shaker components in place. And then what we're going to do is let's drop shadow onto the black, and then that's going to sandwich back in.
Yep.
We're going to drop shadow onto the black. That's going to shadow in there, and then what we're going to also do, Becky, is we're going to do the ice silver, drop shadow onto the black. That's going to go onto the block right in the background, and then that's going to go into the middle.
That looks fabulous. Like that. Lots of people have been messaging in talking about water. So Cindy says, I'm with Becky, I've always loved tap water. My town has been judged as being the best in the US this year for water.
That's good. Do you know something? My hometown, Carnoustie, we do have great tap water, because obviously we're way up north.
Yeah.
So it is. It's not that I can't drink it. It's just like a little bit of flavour.
Yeah. Although the water you've got at the moment looks really nice. I think I might have to buy some of that.
Mango and, what did I say
passion
it was?
fruit.
Mango and passion fruit. Volvic flavoured.
That looks really good.
85 pence now in Asda.
Oh, you have to pick me some up. So
I'll get some tonight and bring it home for us.
Yeah, thanks. Colleen says, I drink water all day long. I love my water. And we've still got people messaging in about their emojis. So we are giving away 2 prizes, well, 4 prizes actually. You're going to get one of Craig's demos, and you're also going to get one of the free gifts that I've got in front of me for 2 people we're going to choose at random that have put in some information about emojis. So now I've lost it. Sally says her favourite emoji is the upside down smile. I'd never seen that before. I quite like that. I might use that more often. A few people, and I'm not going to name names, but a few people have bought the foil press and not actually taken out the box. So I'm not going to say who you are, But hopefully this has inspired you to use your foil press. And I do have a question about the foil press. This is from Karen. She says, in the last demo, you place the foils down first, then the cutout words, then the cardstock, magnetic shim and the plate. Can you do the cardstock first, followed by the cutout and then the foil?
Do the cut? No.
No.
Because what will happen if I just quickly show you. So if you do your cardstock first,
Yeah.
then do the foil,
Yeah.
all that excess foil is going to foil onto your hot plate,
Oh, right. Okay.
which you don't want to do.
Right.
So that's why we do it on the reversed way, and that's why we put in that extra shim as well. So essentially, Becky, if you were to do it the way that you've just said, that would be on your foil press platform,
Right. Okay.
which you don't want. So
Yeah.
that's why we do it the reversed way.
Fine.
What I would also say, without wanting to contradict myself, if you do get a little bit of foiling onto your platform, it's not the end of the world. It's not going to damage it. It's not going to really affect future foiling. But to that amount of excess foil, what's going to do is it's going to cover the grids that's on that foil press. Maybe over time, if you start to build up excess foil, it can start to create a barrier of the heat coming through. So that's why we try and keep it clear of any of the foil. If you do get a bit, it won't damage it. But if you do it on the reverse, it means then that you're going to keep it nice and pristine.
Fantastic. And I suppose, you know, you're wasting it, which you wouldn't need to do if you were
That's
going to
it.
use it the other way.
Yeah, exactly. And then if I bring that in again, if you were a little bit neater than I am, you could come in with your nesting dies
Yeah.
and then cut that out and use that. This is now, because this is a non-porous surface, you could go over with your water reactive inks. So you'll still get your rose gold, but then what it'll do is it will resist the ink and then you're coloured in within the middle. So
I really like that distressed look.
It's a
there.
nice distressed
It's
one,
really
isn't it?
nice, yeah.
So yeah,
Fantastic. Thank you very much. Any other questions, please feel free to message in about
right.
anything
Yeah,
at all. What is your specialist subject apart from craft and wrestling?
I would say wrestling.
Yeah. Friends?
Friends, yeah,
Although we both missed that
we did.
that thing about the phone by the
When Joey
toilet in the
moves
hotel.
out.
Yeah, we missed that. We're
We
both
missed
friends,
that.
fans.
Can't believe that.
No. What about in the gallery? What are your... Nicola says she knows
Yes, you
nothing about
do.
anything, which isn't true because Nicola and I came up with a fantastic idea yesterday. We have reinvented a fabulous product and we're hoping that we can start using it very soon. It was very exciting.
Did you tell me, or was I just not listening? I wasn't
I don't think you were there. I'll tell you later.
You can tell me later.
I didn't mention it last night when I got home.
But you see, we don't talk about work at night.
No.
We keep work and our personal life separate.
Not very.
Well, not really, no.
Charlene says, I don't drink water, so I keep reminding myself to use the app on my phone. My mum doesn't drink water.
App on a phone?
Yeah, there's like, isn't there under your health app, it reminds you to
What?
drink water? Yeah, I think so. Let us know if there's a particular app or whether it's in the health app. And Celtic Flower says, I like the idea of using the cutouts as a shaker. It looks great.
Sorry.
It does look really good.
The health app. Looking for...
Be careful
maybe,
what you're looking.
I've maybe already deleted my health app. Oh, I don't need that one. Delete.
My health app seems to have all my son's information, so it says, oh, you
Oh,
know,
really?
not mine.
Not yours.
No. We all shared, initially we all had the same Apple ID, and it was difficult because any time anyone downloaded an app, it downloaded on everybody's phone. So, you know, there were lots of apps that I wouldn't necessarily need. And many apps my children don't need either. So we don't do that anymore.
Is that like when people share their login for streaming sites and that?
Yeah, well, you know, you need to see what people... So in the house here, I've put in all my login details, and I do think, I better be a bit careful as to what I watch because everyone else at the house, well, I can see what they've all been watching as well. I don't know who it is, but somebody's been watching 50 Shades
Yeah, but
of
you
Grey.
can... I don't stay at the house. I've got my own house, thank what you can do, although if you've got the same login,
Yeah.
like we've done it with Prime.
Yeah.
So my mum and stepdad use my Prime, but what you can do is
Like a profile.
profiles.
Yeah.
You can have your own profiles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was one day when I went on to one of the streaming services, and there was this, there's all our names, and then there was this name saying Morley, and I'm thinking, who the hell is Morley? And I thought, oh, we've been hacked, something's happened, and then I discovered it was my daughter's house at university, but we've just kept it on there, so some of them are still at university, or they can just still use.
Yeah.
Then possibly might be. Well, not necessarily the people in the house, not necessarily the house,
Okay.
but her friends that were at university. But I don't know now because they've changed all the ways you can stream, can't you?
Well,
So you
that's
can't-
it. Yeah, because it's
Yeah.
like, certainly with Netflix, you
Yeah.
can't anymore, can you?
Are you a Bridgerton fan?
Am I what?
A Bridgerton fan?
No.
No.
The closest that I have watched Bridgerton is when they watch it on Gogglebox.
Right. Okay.
And even then, they only kind of show the raunchy bits.
Yeah, which is pretty much most of it. I haven't watched all of the episodes yet because I was so into the first instalment of the third season. Then when the second instalment came out, I thought, well, I don't want to finish it. So I've just been eking them out. I've just been watching one a week.
Uh-huh.
I was inspired by Nicholas. Nicola kept on sending me messages. I was like, I don't want to hear, don't want any spoilers. I haven't watched them all. I've only watched like one episode. And I did start watching it on the train, and I was like, I can't watch this on the train. It is a little bit raunchy, is the word I would use, in places.
Maybe I will start watching it then.
It's like, I always think that wrestling's a little bit like that, isn't it?
Do you know something? I was saying that, was it to Johnny the other day? I seen this meme and I thought it's right enough, and it was about wrestling, and it's it just says, when I'm watching wrestling on my own and there's two of the female wrestlers wrestling, that's
Yeah.
fine. When my parents walk in when I'm watching the wrestling and it has two men in a very strange positioning or wrestling hold, I thought that's right enough.
Yeah.
If I'm watching it on my own, it's fine, it's innocent, it's a great wrestling match, but if someone walks in, they always walk in at a point where they're doing this kind of obscure manoeuvre. It's a bit like...
Did you do wrestling when you were younger?
No.
No?
No, I was a skinny malinky long legs.
But they just sometimes have, no, they don't have
Well,
necessarily,
they've got a bit of muscle.
yeah.
No, I
Would you
just...
do it now? Would it be,
I
you
just-
know, you're like your hobby?
What was that?
Would you do it now, just your hobby?
I would like to, but of course I just need to watch for like my stomach and that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, of
So
course, yeah.
That's probably, yes.
Yeah.
But I think obviously the way with my stomach and that, I wouldn't be able to.
No,
Or it's not that I wouldn't be able to, Becky, I would just be cautious.
of course, that would make sense.
Maybe in another life.
That is gorgeous.
There we go.
Lovely.
So, purposely wanted to do all the layers and do all the drop shadow in front of your eyes, but because we've created that block in the centre with the foam pads, it means that all of that shaker is not falling down at the bottom. We can see that from every angle.
Hello everybody, welcome back. I really loved that demo. I think all the demos we do here are fantastic. That was particularly good. Now we do have some winners. Our little sandbox, Jennifer Love, Yolanda Harris and Aya Chan and one Bonvi, you are all winners. So if you could email in to ctvprizes@crafterscompanion.co.uk. I'll read them again. That's Our Little Sandbox, Jennifer Love, Yolanda Harris, Aya Chan and one Bonvi. Congratulations, well done to you all. I'm going to be on holiday next week.
Don't worry, we're not jealous at all.
No,
I'm
but-
kind of half on holiday, but not exactly on holiday. It's the closest I get to a holiday. I'm down at Hobby Maker, so I'm holidaying down in Redditch. I mean, very glamorous.
Yeah.
But it's going to be a fun week.
I think it will be.
Yeah,
I think you're going to have the time of your life.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for joining me today, Lydia. I've had a really lovely day.
It's been fun. It's been very, very fun.
Still not finished yet, because I'm still going to show you a couple more items. These were on the show last night with Sarah, and they were so, everyone loved them, because they are amazing. Each of these craft boxes has got a whole load of different items in there. You've got card backs, you've got card, you've got papers, dies, stamps, and they're like a mini collection of all of these collections. So one of them is your butterflies and blooms. You've got the bundle of joy, and you've got the winter wishes, which you haven't seen on UK TV yet, apart from last night. So these are all sort of great for beginner crafts or people that just want a little bit of helping hand to put things together. Lots and lots in each of these. As you can see, how many 110 items in this one, 85 items in this one, I think 90 items in that one. Am I ready? Yeah. I'm remembering. £75 or $99 is a price for all three, but if you're platinum, it's £60 or $79.20. Really, really good deal that you've got in here. Excuse me. I don't know what that was. I was just having a look here. We obviously, during the show, we were giving ideas. We were talking about karaoke songs, and so there were a whole load of songs that I used throughout the show, and I'll just recap so I let you know if you got them. No, you can work out whether you got them all. I had Waiting for Tonight by Jennifer Lopez.
Oh, I didn't get that one.
No, I had The A-Team by Ed Sheeran. Yeah. I had Beautiful Day by U2. I had Summertime by Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince. I had Hot in Here by Nelly. Shiny Happy People by R.E.M.
Yep, got that.
Ice Ice Baby by Vanilla Ice.
Got that.
Driving Home for Christmas by Chris Rea. 12 Days of Christmas is a hymn. Halo by Beyonce.
Oh, I didn't get that one. No, I didn't get that.
I had Patience by Take That.
Yep.
I had Never Forget by Take That. I had Wow by Kylie.
Yep, did get that
And we had Things Can Only Get Better by Dee Ream.
Yep, got that.
Winner Takes It All by ABBA. Under Pressure by Queen and David Bowie.
Tick.
Holiday by Madonna or Dizzy Rascal. Time of My Life by Bill Medley and Jennifer Warnes. And Thank You by Dido.
Yep.
So well done if you got any of those, or if you got them all indeed. I quite enjoyed doing that. That was good fun.
It was fun. That was really good. We should do that more often,
I think we should. That should be a game that we have.
Yeah.
Definitely. Now, Lily, you said you're going to be at Hobby Maker next week.
I certainly am. Yeah, I'll be on Hobby Maker on Monday and Wednesday. So if you're here in the UK, I hope you can join me on Monday and Wednesday. I've got a brand new launch on Monday as well. But I'll be back, I'm sure, the week after on Crafters TV at some point. Yeah.
And we've got Ben coming back quite soon as well, so don't worry, it's not going to be me.
Got the two Debbies next week, so I've got Debbie Fisher and Debbie Robinson next week.
That's right.
Be a giggly week, that's for sure.
It will be, a lot of laughs. So we've had some photographs sent in by you all of all the makes that you've been making over the last week or so. So we'll go through them and show you what we've got. You're going to get 100 bonus points for everyone we show. So this first one is Kirsty D. Oh, Kirsty D's niece Lily made these cards for Lily.
Yeah. I've got that one on the right, was given to me very kindly at last week's pop-up shop. It's currently pride of place in my craft room. It's beautiful.
I think they're gorgeous. Well done. Colouring's really good.
Yeah.
The next one we've got is from Leslie Stockley. My auntie's called Jean. That's a lovely card.
I'm not sure if it was for your auntie, but it might have been.
I don't know if it was, because it was her birthday. It was her birthday in June, so maybe. You've got 100 bonus points. That is beautiful.
That's
really like that. The
gorgeous.
flowers at the top are gorgeous. Very, very pretty. Oh, I like this one. This is from Lisa Parkinson. This is beautiful. Is it? That is it? It's not Manet, is it? No, it's
No.
It's pointillism. It is Seurat, isn't it? I don't know. Beautiful painting. I think that's called Day at the Beach. 100 bonus points for that. I really like that. It's nice to be able to use a classic image, classic painting in your crafting. The next item we've got is from Liz Remmer.
Wow.
That is a beautiful. Is that using those disappearing inks?
Yeah, I think that's the Sheena watercolour
That's
fusion.
really pretty.
Great job, Liz. That looks absolutely gorgeous. Love
really
it.
nice. And then the last one is from Marsha Hausner.
Ooh.
That is really clever. Have you done
colours
that?
on that.
Is that like concertinaing the papers? That is beautiful.
great. Love
Again,
it.
you got 100 bonus points for that, so congratulations to you all. I do hope you've enjoyed the shows. I do hope you've enjoyed all the laughs. And I hope you've managed to get some of the great bargains that we've had throughout of the shows today and indeed the whole of the week. So we're going to be showing the show from earlier on. So if you were really keen on these glitter pastes, and I have to be honest, why wouldn't you be? You'll be able to watch that back. Lots of demos with Lilly using the glitter paste. This is a fantastic item to get. So this is just launched today. You've got chunky glitter paste and extra chunky glitter paste, as well as those stencils. So you want to take advantage and put those in your basket. Thank you very much for having me. It's been great seeing you all virtually. Have a lovely couple of weeks while I'm off, and I will see you very, very soon. Thanks very much, Lilly. It's been wonderful.
Thank you.
Looking forward to catching up next time. Take care. Bye-bye.